This is Kenneth at the one and only Fanatic Cigar House in Lodi, New Jersey, here with the Cigarians presenting tonight's burn. Let's smoke.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? This is Dr. Mac McDonald coming to you again. And tonight is going to be a very, very special night. And we are here at the famous Fanatics Cigar House in Lodi, New Jersey. And I want to say thanks to the Escoboza family, the Escoboza familia, for allowing us to do this show again. We have a really fantastic series where we have conversations about life, about fun, about people, and some of the things that we get involved with. More than anything else, we have our relationships around the cigar industry and what happens when we create relationships around cigars. So for those of you who are looking at this right now, hopefully you are an adult. All right? If you are younger than 18, turn this off. All right? Parents, make sure that your kids aren't here looking at this, because this is an adult conversation. This is an adult situation, and we want to make sure that we are not influencing the young people. But all in all, for you, you can stay and you can have an opportunity to see what we do on tonight's burn. Like I said before, this is a very special show tonight. I met this young lady here at Fanatics, and she seems to be a very bubbly and personable person, and very friendly, and she has this outgoing personality. We are here tonight with the very special HOTSPOTS New Jersey, aka Heather Ruiz, in the house tonight. How you doing?
Well, thank you for your sweet compliments, first of all.
No, it's true.
No, I appreciate that.
It's true, it's true.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah?
I feel honored to be here.
Yeah, really?
And that you chose me to be a guest.
Oh, please. You know, we really wanted to have you because you're an influential person. You have something that works for us in terms of social media in particular. We're going to present all these shows on social media, and we want to bring attention to some of the positive things that are happening. You have a page where you go off to some of the most, places I've never even heard of before, all in New Jersey, and you bring attention to some of the small things, small businesses, and maybe some of the big businesses, but you go to restaurants, you go to stores, bars, and all these things. I mean, where do you get these ideas from? I mean, how does that happen?
So I started my page about 2 years ago.
Right.
I was always that friend that, helped friends pick a spot for their birthday, date nights, you name it. And so friends would continue to ask me. I've always been the type to be out and exploring a new spot every weekend. That was always me. Mm-hmm. And then I have hospitality experience, working in restaurants, lounges, catering, the whole nine. And so it just came to me one day. I enjoy everything that has to do with hospitality. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to create this page. I know a lot of places. I know a lot of owners, managers, and I want to bring everything together. And I started writing reviews, and then it took off.
Why New Jersey? I mean, is that something special about being in New Jersey when you're doing this?
Well, I'm a Jersey girl.
Ah.
I was not born in Jersey, but
Okay.
I came to Jersey when I was 7 years old. And there's so much that Jersey has to offer. I feel that many times pre-COVID, people that live in Jersey are like, oh, let's go out to the city. There's nothing really to do here. And that's false. There actually are many great places. Mm-hmm. Only if you look around, and that's where I come in and show you places that you didn't even know, like you said before,
right,
existed in your town.
Oh man.
Yeah.
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 So while you're doing this, I know that you go to different places, maybe for the first time, all right? And you have to make these places or give the reviews of these places. What are some of the challenges that you come up against?
Well, definitely if a client, we get in touch over the phone, what have you, and I come in, and if I see something, whether it's the plating, whether it's the service, and if I see, let me hold off on putting this on my page, I sit with them and I let them know I do consulting as well, and I want to bump you up. I want to make you the hot spot. I don't want to put something on my page and then someone goes and they're like, Heather, this happened. I don't know what you're talking about. So I always want to keep it very straight up. I don't want to be like, put something just because they're paying me. That's not me. I want to help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said something about consulting. How is that working out?
So I started that about a year ago. So businesses reach out to me, and let's say they're a startup or they've had their business for a couple of years, but they're just not doing well. I come in, I observe everything that's going on. I sit back, I take notes, and I let them know what they might need help in, and I become their right-hand man, whether I'm taking over their Instagram account,
Wow.
or whether I'm coming in with a videographer for them, and taking videos, pictures, and as well as even bringing in a bar consultant. I've done a lot that I'm very proud of myself of. I've even hired staff for them, fired staff, unfortunately. Things, you have to be, straight up, and hired entertainers, DJs. And yeah, I've done a little bit of all of that. So yeah, if you're a business that's struggling right now, get in touch with me.
Okay, so we're actually going to give people your information so that they can probably reach out. So again, so you've had the challenges. What are some of the best things that have happened as a result of you going from place to place?
Well, number one, it's meeting everyone that I've met. And it's fulfilling, whether you're like a well-known lounge or, a luxury consignment shop, tire shop, you name it. That has been wonderful, as well as helping and seeing the places that I've helped grow, get that exposure, their numbers bump up. Or, for example, not too long ago, there's this place in Hawthorne called Salt, Pepper, and Ketchup. It's great, by the way, if you're ever around the area.
Okay.
Ask for Ray, tell him you know me.
All right.
So I did a quick reel for this brunch wrap, and it went crazy. And the following week, he's like, Heather, oh my goodness, everyone keeps coming in, asking for this wrap, and when I ask them, how did you hear about me, or is your first time? And he's like, HOTSPOTS told me. And I'm a friend of his, so he told me straight up, and I'm like, you know what, that feels good, that I'm helping him out. And he's seeing the result, that it's going somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah, feels good.
What are your plans? I mean, for HOTSPOTS New Jersey, what's next for you?
Well, I started off doing just food, writing reviews for just food. And now I want to kind of dabble in everything. So, for example, I have a meeting this week with a makeup studio. I also have a meeting with a airbrush tanning salon.
Wow.
So, a hotspot can be anything, not just the restaurant. Also a luxury consignment shop that I just started working with, and as well as a luxury leather and shoe repair shop. So that's what's next. I mean, I don't know what else is going to come. Only God knows. And I'm excited.
It seems like you've been inspired, to do things like this. And I think that anybody who has an opportunity to be in this business has to be inspired all the time. You have a very pleasant personality. And what are some of the things that you feel you actually bring to businesses as a consultant, and especially under the brand of HOTSPOTS New Jersey?
Well, I bring the experience that I had working in hospitality. It's not just like one day I chose to be a business consultant or, write reviews. I have that experience. I feel as though I have a good eye, and I keep it straight up. And I just bring my, my motivation with me and let them know, like, we got this, like, trust me,
Okay.
And when they do, that feels great, Yeah.
Okay. So while we were talking, I took the privilege of lighting a cigar, right? And I met you were smoking a cigar. And we are in the famous Lodi Fanatics Cigar House.
Yes.
How did you get involved with smoking cigars?
Well, what's funny is I've always been around cigars. My grandmother, since I was a little child, when she came from DR, she smoked the lady cigarettes, and she could not find that kind. So my uncle said, try this, And she smoked one cigar every single day.
Wow.
And she was the most ladylike, saint that you could ever meet, So that was around me. And then as I grew older, my mid-20s, my father always enjoyed cigars. He was a collector. When people would come over, he'd bring out his whiskey, his collection.
Really? Okay.
And he was such a phenomenal host. Like, to me, I always was just always in awe of how people were just like, Carlos, thank you. Oh, this is great. And so I always looked up to my father, and I started smoking with him.
Wow.
And it grew.
Okay, so I see where you get that outgoing personality. That's amazing. So while you are out doing reviews on restaurants and lounges and so on, have you ever done a review on a cigar house?
A review? I mean, I have dabbled in, posting about them. I always rave about Fanatics, as you guys know. I always send people here. I always feel at home here. But a really, like a solid review, I have not. Not yet.
So that's something to come.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of cigars you like?
It's whatever I'm in the mood for. How my day has been, how much I ate, this, that, and the third. This is La Dueña from my father. And this is, I would say, medium-bodied. And I like to try different things. It's not like I have a set for, my favorite. But yeah, I'll try everything once.
And while you were doing this, you develop a palate for this type of cigars that you like, I guess, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
You're sampling, you meet people. What are some of the pleasures that you enjoy while you are in the environment of smoking cigars?
Well, for me, smoking cigars is almost like meditation.
Wow.
That is my meditation.
Okay.
I'm always on the go. My brain is always doing this. I'm always on a call. I'm always, getting back to someone, editing a video, whatever, what have you. And even if I'm outside sitting by myself, I'm like, and I'm just meditating, and it just makes me feel like, it makes me feel good. But as far as sitting down with people, it's therapy. People say a lot when we're together smoking. They let it out.
Yeah.
People you just met. And it's like we're all here together. We're for each other.
Wow.
We got each other's backs. That's how I feel.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, I've had opportunities to meet some really good people, had some very interesting conversations. And one of the best things that I can say about being around folks that smoke cigars is that I had a chance to meet you. And that's amazing, all right? You bring a lot to what we do, and as far as business is concerned, I like to be in conversations where people are talking about business, right? And ways to make money, right? Always positive kind of conversations. But the other thing is that, you know, we get a chance to understand, first of all, where people come from, different diverse cultures, and what people do for a living, you know, what inspires them. And so I think that this show actually adds some insights to some of the things that maybe people don't see, because this is not really a superficial type of show.
Right.
Right. We are, you know, very intimate at the moment. But when people float around to different places and they have cigars and, you know, they just enjoy, but, you know, some people aren't really into the culture like that. You are one of those people that have actually ventured into the culture and added to it, you know, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate you and everything that you do with HOTSPOTS New Jersey. I saw a video that you did, and I haven't gotten a chance to go to this restaurant yet. It's a Mexican restaurant, and I'm going to go back to your clip of it, because I really want to have some of this food, right? And you made this stuff look so good, and that's one of the things that I have to compliment you on. You are there, you take some great pictures, you promote, you speak very well, and you make the food look real good.
That's what it's about.
So, I just need to tell everyone here who's looking at this show tonight that we constantly have, and we try our best to make sure that we show you some of the great things that are happening around the cigar culture. Heather does something where she takes the cigar culture out of it and she goes into different places like lounges and restaurants and so on, and she shows you the food. And people around food is another culture. And hopefully you'll be able to gravitate to some of the things that she's doing in HOTSPOTS New Jersey. Tell the folks where they can meet you online.
So right now I am only on Instagram and TikTok. However, soon I will be creating a YouTube in the works and a website. So yeah.
What are your plans? I'm not going to try to get any secrets, but what are some of the plans on the website? What kind of things can we look for?
Well, I am building marketing. And
Okay.
yeah, I don't want to say too much.
Okay. Okay. And I totally understand that. I totally understand that. So again, as I said in the very beginning, we had a very interesting opportunity to meet with HOTSPOTS New Jersey, Heather Ruiz, talking about some of the things that she does, being involved in the cigar culture, also being involved in social media, providing information about some of the most interesting places in New Jersey. New Jersey girl doing what she does best, going out, meeting people, letting folks know that you have an opportunity to come to New Jersey and have a great, great time. I want to say thank you for this opportunity again. Thank you for showing up and hanging out with us.
Well, no, thank you for having me.
Oh, please. This is actually an honor for me. All right? And the crew. Want to say thank you to my boy Majest on the back doing the production. I want to say thank you to Kenny and the Fanatics family and the Escoboza family for giving us an opportunity to be here again for another episode of Tonight's Burn. This is Dr. Mac McDonald saying, see you next time. Thank you for this opportunity for viewing Tonight's Burn. Take care.